Hi, I'm Rene, and they are going to turn me into a vampire to scary Buffy vamped out.
All right, let's see how this fits. This fits pretty good. Not bad. When you're using generic pieces, you really have to make sure it fits in all the different areas before you start gluing. Otherwise, you get stuck in the eyelashes, you get irritations. You gotta really make sure that everything is a perfect fit. This little piece is what the prosthetic is held on the mold. This is prosthetic adhesive. What we do is we paint the inside very lightly. We're going to do the skin as well. And then when you put the two together, it works like a contact cement and just sticks. But you stay away from the edge because you don't want the edge to be on, because that's where you got to come back in. You let that dry. The same thing with the face. I'm going over the eyebrows because I want to make sure that they're nice and flattened down, because we're putting a prosthetic over that. And if they're really hairy and bushy, it makes the prosthetic very hard to adhere to. Now we're able to take a little blow dryer and blow dry it around the face, but we have the extra few minutes so we can just dry it by hand. Now this is powder that I'm doing only over the eye, so I get it nice and flat. Then I'll put some more prosthetic adhesive over this. And again, I'm going to go right over it. Alright, we'll let that dry. Now that both sides are tacky, we put it together almost like it's a contact, where it just kind of goes boom, and it will stick very well. Okay, close your eyes. Keep them closed. Again, this is prosthetic adhesive, nicknamed Prozade. And now I'm making sure the edges are nice and smooth and thin. We're easing down the edging. And you do go from side to side. Also, one of the reasons that you do not like to put too much glue on is you don't want it to be dripping everywhere as well. Be very careful because you don't want to get it on the eyelashes. We get a puff that has Cinema Secret's name on it. And again, now we put some powder. This is where we start smushing down the edges. I haven't put the piece on yet.
Botox.
Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run over the edging with a little bit of alcohol. And this is so I can see any pieces that I need to cover. This helps blend the edges, and whatever doesn't want to blend, I will either nip off, or I'll put a little bit of Bondo, which they sell at Cinema Secrets as well, which is really nice because you can buy it pre-made. Keep your eyes closed. The fumes of the alcohol you don't want to get in your eyes, so it's very important to make sure that the person you're putting this on, you have told, please keep your eyes closed. Try and stay away from everything but the very edge. You use very smooth on your brush, and again you come back over with your powder to smooth down your edges. Now we combine a little spatula, and this is called Bondo. And it's left out so it becomes just a little more gummy, so it's thick, almost like a putty, which you take over the edging to smooth out. And you go inside, kind of like a straight side angle, kind of like a 45-degree line, as you come from the edging out to go over your edges to smooth them out. And this is how you hide your line. so it blends right into the skin. And then you have this little mess. You go, wait a minute, how do I fix that? You come by, and you take your liquid prosthetic. And the reason why I'm building this is I'm building this so it looks like your skin has been torn open down here. I want it to be a little more texture. Some people like to take a little tear off of a sponge, and they like to tip around the edges as well. There's all different methods on doing it. It just depends on what you feel more comfortable with. And this also, as well, creates texture. Some people like to do it with tweezers. Some people do it with their fingers. They'll hold the sponge and I like using my hands. And we're going to let this dry. We have a blow dryer for about probably 5 minutes. Without a blow dryer, about 10-15. This is powder to do all my sealing on my edges now. Okay. Now, because this is an appliance, you need to use an appliance-based makeup, which is a rubber grease paint, which has castor oil, a little bit of Pax paint, and a little bit of matting adhesive inside of this. First, we're going to come over the prosthetic and put prosthetic adhesive, again, all over the prosthetic, so that all the porosity will be sealed, so that it will adhere, and the makeup will adhere to it a lot easier, quicker, and a lot more tighter. Get it nice and tacky.
Who you calling tacky?
You. Another powder to finish the seal, and then we get to start painting. Blow off all the excess powder. Now we take the prosthetic adhesive makeup, tear your sponge in half, go, and we will stipple this on. We will go over the edgings and do her regular skin as well. Alright, so now I'm going to do a little talking about the difference between this and a custom-made piece. Okay. As you can tell, obviously, before we start painting into the colorations, which will deseed and take away all these little lines, but as you can see, a custom-fit piece would not come in here. It would blend right into her cheekbones and follow through. That's the difference between a custom-made piece. These pieces are added to create the effect, and it's really about the painting, and that's what I'm emphasizing, is because obviously it's not the perfect fit, but as you see it come to life, you're going to go, wow, I don't really notice that it's not a perfect fit, and that's what we're going to be achieving on this. Now what I'm doing now is I'm putting shading points on. Studying the facial features, I know what makes a face when you crowl, so I'm trying to put them there before she does this crowling effect and scroll, because when she does make those faces, then it will become bigger. Like, give me a little growl. See what happens? So what I'm doing is I'm following the same accentuations. Make faces, see where you're painting, see where everything is affecting, because we do this without a prosthetic, you know, just with painting. There it is. That's what I want, that brush right there. Now I'm going to get rid of this, put a little bit of makeup all over this, and get rid of this. I want to get as much makeup off the brush, but I don't want to put around a real clean brush. Because what I'm going to do now is do all my blending. And see, this is where she starts coming to life, because this is what it's about. It's all about the painting.
Feel my evil.
Alcohol activated paints. Now I'm going to put red for an underbase, and then I'm going to put my black over this. Open. Oh, I haven't stopped yet.